Hello everyone, this is Steve Gamash with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. We've got a nice long name here, kind of almost going off the paper. So this is the Hatsukokoro Sunaarashi VG10 Kurozome Kiritsuke 240mm knife. Hopefully I didn't mess that up too bad on the pronunciation, but there's a lot there. So you'll see this knife has a lot going on. It's got a mirror polish and it's got acid etching and lots of layers. So there's quite a bit going on. It's a really cool blade. So the way these are constructed, they've got a core steel of VG10 stainless steel. Heat treats typically around 60-61 Rockwell for those that core steel. It's not really specified on the site. And what they've got, and again, it's kind of a black mirrored finish, so you can see a lot of reflections here, but they've got a soft stainless cladding and a lot of layers, and what they've done is an acid etch on that, and then they've done a polish to it. There's your core steel there's your cladding, so it's very shiny, but really nice craftsmanship on these. So it's an all stainless blade. Weight and dimensions, they can vary just a little bit from knife to knife, but this one is 176 grams or 6.2 ounces. And handles, octagonal, it's a Wenge wood handle with a buffalo horn, black buffalo horn ferrule on it. Some of these tend to be like a sleeve that goes over, so you got a little bit of a raised difference there between the wood and the buffalo horn, but not much. Real nice handle. It's got a neat looking handle. Wenge has a lot of different variations and figure to it. They've done a nice job, it looks like, gluing up where the tang goes into the handle, so that's ready to rock and roll. Let's look at the rest of the dimensions on here. So this one is 242 millimeters at the edge, or about 9.5 inches from the tip to the back of the heel. Overall length on this is about 388 millimeters, or 15.3 inches. As far as thickness goes, the blade's pretty stiff given the thinness of it, but got about 2.5 millimeters thick on the spine coming out the back, or coming out of the handle at the back of the blade. And I got about 2.1 millimeters right here. And then in terms of, it pretty much holds that, maybe goes down to about 2 millimeters here. And then you got that corner there for the reverse sword tip. And these are ground nice and thin at the tip, really thin. So that's thin, folks. And then here is the edge, again, nice and thin. This is a very high performance grind. Blade height is 51.1 millimeters, so it's a generous height blade. So lots of ground clearance for your fingers. On a cutting board, you've got a bit of a curve, small curve here between the choil and the neck. Not enough gap there to fit your whole finger in there, but you can get your finger kind of nestled in there. Balance point on these, Wenge is not the lightest wood in the world, so that brings our balance point right about there. Personally, for me, that's almost on the money for the pinch grip, so it gives a nice nimble neutral feel to this. So it's 6.2 ounces, this one, but it feels lighter than that. And let's see if we can make this work here between my smudges on my fingerprints, and this is going to be tricky. There's me. I think we're going to try that because it's just really hard. So again, polished all the way around, really nice fit and finish. They've got some etched kanji on the right side of the blade. Here's all your layers showing. Here's your core steel showing, that's darker. I don't know, that might actually be easier. See that core steel and the layers? You can kind of see that transition right there. Here's the left side of the blade. Again, it's kind of almost like a black mirror. Here's a good view of it. Trying not to blast you too much with the lighting, but not much I can do about that. So really neat looking blade. They've polished and rounded the spine. They've polished and rounded the choil. This was very sharp out of the box. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 on my scale. So this thing's ready to rock and roll right out of the box. Let's look at what the edge profile looks like on our cutting board demo here. So you'll see this one, not every blade's going to be identical, but it's kind of flows. You've got a little bit of a fulcrum point right there, but it flows into the heel. And there's a little bit of a flat spot back here. The tip has got a fairly aggressive belly, so that's going to allow me to get pretty high on a rock. So this thing will rock like crazy. I'm still not digging the tip in. So Anyway, that's what you call high there. So this will rock really nicely. Push, pull clutch, glide cuts. Tip draws, you're going to have to raise that handle pretty high just because of the construction on this. So probably not the world's best for tip draws. You can see how high I got the handle for that. But you got a little bit of a flatter section in the back for chopping. Lots of kind of belly towards the middle half of and the front half of the blade. So that's kind of what this one looks like. Again, you can have slight variations in that edge profile from knife to knife, but that should give you a general idea. So if you're looking something unique, high performance grind, all stainless, easy to take care of, but something different, this is the Hatsukokoro Sunaarashi VG10 Kurozome Kiritsuke 240mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.